Hey, we are live and we got another episode for you guys. This man is a Twitch FIFA streamer and he also does player reviews on YouTube. Probably one of my favorite player reviews to watch. Mullarkz, what's up, my guy?
Well, bro, it's good to be back on the podcast again. When did I
Yeah,
first come on? It's been a while, hasn't it?
it has been a while. I don't know how long it's been. I don't know when the last episode was when we did it, but it's definitely been a while.
Been a while. We've both grown a lot since.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know for your YouTube, you've grown a lot. So maybe talk about how that growth came about.
So yeah, like I said, when I first started YouTube, I was very unsure on sort of like what to do and sort of what type of videos to do and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, started doing player reviews, and as I was doing them, like I actually enjoyed it. Like I was editing other videos and stuff like that before, weren't really enjoying it. But yeah, I just started enjoying it, and then obviously I've just sort of watched other people as well, how they do their like reviews and stuff like that, and just sort of progressed as well. Obviously like with FIFA as well, I was close to like FGS this year as well. I didn't quite make it. Obviously they put the skill
Okay.
rating up, didn't they? It's like 23.75. So again, I think I got up to like 22.50, obviously, which in the first two seasons would have been enough. The second two it wasn't. So yeah, like I said, just been watching other people how they do theirs, and sort of like, there's so many different things to FIFA. You think like the game mechanics, like left stick dribbling, L1 dribbling, and the way that certain players do their skills and body types. Yeah, there's just so much to it, man. So yeah, like I said, I've just been grinding. I'm gonna make up like a second channel for next FIFA. I'm gonna have like player reviews and like just general FIFA 23 content on one channel. And the next channel is just going to be sort of like my content where I'm using different teams and things like that. So yeah, excited for FIFA 23. I just hope the gameplay is good to go with it.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what I'm pretty sure everyone's probably listening in, probably thinking the same. Let's hope the gameplay with everything that's meant to be coming in, all these new heroes. Let's hope the gameplay can match it this year.
Are you monetized with YouTube now? Are you partnered with them?
Yeah, I finally made the monetize. The thing is, I was always getting. That's the good thing with player reviews for people that are just starting out. You always get good time watch. So people are watching like between like 30 to 40% of the video
Yeah.
because they like to watch the gameplay. I've noticed a lot of people like to watch the gameplay and like to see your opinion on the player.
Right.
Um, yeah, like I said, I always had the watch time. I just never had the subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, like I said, once I started uploading more, and obviously my videos had better quality. Yeah, I got to that 1,000 sub mark. So yeah, it's a nice feeling as well. You feel like you've actually achieved something, and it's just about, well, yeah, keep growing as well now, hopefully.
For sure. We got Shortfan in the chat. What's up, Shortfan? How you doing, man?
How you doing, bro?
Um, so then, have you been making a little bit of money from the YouTube ever
Yeah,
since being
nothing
monetized?
crazy, but
Okay.
it's just like, to be honest with you, it just helps. Like, you can upgrade stuff on your PC. You can upgrade stuff like, I don't know, like my webcam. I'm able to get a better webcam now. Even like your microphone and stuff like that. You're able to do stuff like that. So yeah, it's bringing a bit of money, obviously, and it just, I don't know, it just gives you that thought that, if you start to bring out more content, it gives you more ideas. I don't
Yeah.
know, just obviously money's sort of like not everything, but it gives you that more drive, doesn't it? Now that I'm earning money to like, right, I need to do this and do that. And I don't know, even like, yeah, for the next FIFA, I think because it's like my first proper year in YouTube, I know like I've got like a bit more of a strategy behind me about it. Obviously I only really used to do player reviews, but I feel like now obviously you've got like starter squads, obviously they're going to be good again. Formations, like custom tactic videos as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I say, hopefully let's hope we get a bit of the gameplay to go with it. So there'll be a lot. I'll be adding, like I said, I'll be adding a lot more to the YouTube channel rather than just player reviews.
Yeah. Is it is the money you're generating all from the ad money? Is that all from the ads, or is there other ways
I'm
that you
not.
make
You know
it?
what? I don't actually know how it all works. To be fair,
Okay.
that's the one thing I've not really ever sort of looked into. Really, like I see how much I made in the first like month or first few months.
Yeah.
Obviously, I sort of stopped making videos, say probably late. I think it was like late, yeah, about mid-July.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, once the content stopped, and obviously we didn't have no more like shapeshifter teams. Obviously, sometimes it's hard with like when there's like one player coming out each day. It's hard to compete with Ozio and who else is it? Inception. Like these guys are the best.
Right. Yeah.
So, your video just gets pushed right down as soon as they bring yours out. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I've been more just sort of thinking of ideas, making my own content, even just like editing on TikTok and stuff like that. That's like another good platform to obviously try and grow on as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just been thinking of strategies to grow and build for FIFA 23, really.
Yeah. I know you've been telling me that, or you just mentioned that you're trying to get to the qualifiers. How has that journey been trying to get into the competitive scene?
Do you know what? I it's this FIFA, like I found it hard because the gameplay isn't as good as other FIFAs. Like I remember like FIFA 17, FIFA 18, you just played FIFA because you loved playing FIFA. So I wish I took it seriously back then because it was enjoyable and you could sit there and you didn't care about like trying hard. But this year, like with just everything and obviously last FIFA as well, it's just not been that enjoyable for me to sit there and really, really grind the game. You play like 4 or 5 games of like competitiveness against people and it's just like you need a break, you need like a little bit of time, not time off, but you know what I mean, you need like a little 15-20 minutes. So yeah, it's hard, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard because people, especially like I feel like it's more of a younger man's game. Obviously you look at all the previous winners of like the World Cup, like Tex, I think Dossary was quite young when he won it as well.
Hmm.
They've just got that attention span compared to someone of my age. Obviously I'm not old, but you get what I mean, they're
Yeah,
just, they can just sit there and concentrate on that one game.
for sure.
And that's the thing as well with this year as well. It wasn't the most exciting of games. 90% of the goals, if you watch like competitive FIFA, are just pass, 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 get to like the 6 yard box, pass, shoot. So this year I found it hard to sort of really get my mind to just grind because one lapse of concentration, you get punished, especially when you play against good people. So yeah, it's some, hopefully, like I said, as I keep saying, hopefully FIFA 23 is going to be that bit more enjoyable to make me want to keep grinding for the competitive scene. But it's good, isn't it? Like I don't think people realize the levels. You're not actually that far off. Like I've played against a few people that qualify for FGS, and I've had like a few close games and stuff like that, whether or not they're playing their best, who knows? But I've given them good games and stuff like that. So like I said, a lot of people think they're far off. I've even played against people that I averaged, I don't know, rank 3 to rank 1 most weeks on week, like weekend league. I've even played against people that are like rank 4, rank 5. They've given me like tough games. So you're sitting there. So, a lot of people are not as far off as they actually think.
Hmm. What was the cutoff mark to get into the FGS?
So this is why I never really took it that seriously, if that makes sense. So the first 2 seasons was 2250.
Hmm.
And then I think EA realized that there's too many people getting in. And then obviously it was making the competition obviously longer for like the knockout rounds and stuff like that. So come January, they changed it to 2375, which was just ridiculous.
Mm.
Like I said, I got up to like 2250 and then I was winning the game, losing the game, winning the game, losing the game. And then once you got
Yeah.
to like about 2200, you was getting like 5-6 points for a win. So you can imagine like how
Jeez.
long that would have taken. And then you'd lose and get like 10, 11. So you'd need to win like 4-5 to every loss. And I just thought, you know what, I can't keep sweating it. Just, yeah, you try, but you only comes up, you lose like 4 or 5-0 and you've just lost like 3 game skill rating. So it's not easy. Obviously, we don't know how FIFA 23 is going to work with the competitive scene, how you have to qualify, but hopefully it's a little bit more accessible.
Yeah, that's tough. That seems very competitive. I know for NA the cutoff mark was like, I think it was slightly under 2100.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, from all uh the guys I know that played in the qualifiers. So it wasn't even that high for SR and
Yeah.
NA.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, because of the first 2 seasons, I think so many people qualified. I think EA just had to like, yeah, because I know once you get in there, you only get 2 losses. So once you take 2 losses, like you're out. That's it.
Hmm.
So, but I think, yeah, I think it ended up going on for so long on like day 1 and day 2 in the first couple of like seasons that EA were like, we need to make it a bit harder.
Yeah, I know they split it into like 4 seasons and then you just basically had to accumulate as many points as you can, and that depends on like how far you go in the qualifiers, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing as well. Like, I think there should be something for your team. Not everyone can afford to put money on the game and stuff like that. So sometimes when you get into qualifiers and you're coming up, you're in the, I don't know, the first season, which is like the first 6 weeks of FIFA. Obviously, the pros have got like R9. You can't compete with that guy in the game. So Yeah, it's I
Yeah.
know there's obviously restrictions, but you're still allowed that one icon, and when you've got the best player on the game, it's sometimes hard to compete with these guys.
Yeah, I feel like for competitive players, that's like the most important period of time is the first like first couple months, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, yeah,
that's
I
what I
know. I
mean.
mean, is there anything that you're doing to prep for 23 for the competitive
Uh,
scene?
Yeah, so I realized like when I watched a lot of the pros and stuff like that, I realized like ball roll scoop is one of the most major skills you need to use because it just depending on the angle you're at, it just sets you up for a finesse shot.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, FIFA 23 might not even be about finesse shots, but obviously with FIFA 22, ball roll scoop, and then you've got in that little on the corner of the left or right hand side of the edge of the box. Yeah, set you up nicely for a finesse shot. Also, player lock. You know, when you push in both analog sticks and you get to control the player,
Mm-hmm.
like if you could honestly master that, you will get so many more wins on foot champs. Like, because yeah, like I said, I'm trying to practice it, but sometimes I'm flicking to the wrong player and things like that.
Yeah.
But yes, like even like little things like you'll be like 2v1, and then obviously you can move your player, like you're still running with the player, but you can move the other player, and it just
Right.
yeah, it's hard to deal with because you can run that player all the way out to the left or whatever, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can jog the other player out to the right. So it's like yeah, I've noticed that you just and of course as well, obviously just spamming the mechanics of the game. You know, a lot of people this year as well were just over the top balls, were just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I eventually found out come about what I think it was January that L1 and R1 and nearly four bars of power more or less puts you one on one with the goalkeeper if they have a high line.
Yeah.
So it's just
Um,
like little things like that. Like you just need to sort of learn straight away. And but yeah, like I said, that ball roll scoop obviously for this FIFA and player luck, I think it's going to be a big thing anyway for any FIFA.
for sure. Have you got a chance to watch the E World Cup?
Yeah, I like watching it. The World Cup I was watching, obviously being British, I was watching Tex and
Mm-hmm.
Stingray.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Like Stingray was killing it. Like he was doing so well, and then bang, he ended up just going out.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, he was. I think they're in like groups of eight. He was like third, second, really
Yeah.
up there. And then I think it got to like the knockouts bit, and he just went out straight away, like absolutely gutting. So, but I mean, it's same as like any professional sport. You can be all good until you get to that final stage, and then that's when it really, really matters.
Right.
But yeah, same as Tex. Obviously, we all know how good he is. Again, he was doing not as well as he would, but qualified and then went out. So yeah, I enjoy watching it. I think any games. I like watching the Fortnite World Cup. I find that so interesting. They're all like boxed in, trying to shoot each other in these small little maps. So,
Um,
yeah,
where did Tex get eliminated?
I think he got to like it might have been. I mean, I'm not too sure. He got to like maybe. I think he got to like day 3 or day 4. He got to like near the end. I think he got to like round 16 or quarters. And then yeah,
Wow.
that's where he got knocked out. But he wasn't playing his best. I mean, a lot of the English sort of like pros this year really didn't like the game. Obviously, Stingray, this is his breakthrough year, so he done really well, to be fair. But I
Um,
know Tex, he never really produced like he normally did. Even hashtag Stokes as well. He just wasn't a fan of this year. And Tom as well. We forget about
yeah.
XL Tom as well. He was like the best in the world last FIFA.
Right.
And then this FIFA, he didn't even qualify for the World Cup. He didn't make certain events.
Mm.
So yeah, like I said, it all just goes on that type of FIFA and whether you enjoy it and you can sort of mold to the game really.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we got U-Wave in the chat. What's up, U-Wave? How you doing, man?
What's happening, bro?
So then, did you watch the championship game between Nicholas and Umat?
Was it the German guy? Was that
The
him? I can't
German
remember.
guy, yeah, versus
Yes,
the
I do
Argentina
remember
guy.
watching it.
Yeah, he represents Leipzig, where Anders is at.
Oh wow,
Yeah, yeah,
they got a
yeah.
strong team.
But so you didn't watch it?
No, I remember. I didn't. No, I don't think I watched it. I think I watched up. Like I said, I just watched sort of like Tex and what's his name, Stingray, and then once they both got knocked out, I was just like, that's a thing. I don't really know. I only really know the British people. I know obviously Dossary as well because he was world champion a couple of times. Yeah, there's a few. Obviously, the guy that won the E Premier League as well. I think he's Dutch. I forgot his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's quite good as well. He's the one that sort of brung in the 5-3-2 formation. So
Okay.
he's the one that like started making all the pros play that. So yeah, hopefully for everyone, FIFA 23 is a more enjoyable game.
Yeah, the championship game, it was a 0-0 game for both
Hmm.
legs, and they went to pens.
Well,
But that kind of shows you how the gameplay is, right? With the next
exactly,
gen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because I don't
it's
I
just
don't want to like I have a PS5, but I don't play on new gen. I just find it like that says it all. And two best players, they're probably what top 10 in the world or whatever,
mhm.
and none of them could score. Like I'm not sure how many shots there were in the game or whatever, but it just shows that you more or less have to get into the 18-yard box to pass it across the shoot, and it's just like it's not realistic, really. Like in real life,
Yeah,
I
for
know, like
sure.
especially I mean, obviously, I know like any other games and stuff like you watch Foot Champs, there's loads of goals and you watch people on stream, but
Mhm.
in terms of like pro level, it was just unrealistic. Like I don't know, they need to do something with it. It'd be interesting to see what FIFA 23 is like,
For
and
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
just want an enjoyable game, innit? Like I said, you got FIFA 17 and 18, you just sit there for hours playing it, but it's
Mhm.
just yeah, it feels like just a menu grind now, FIFA.
Mhm. UAV in the chat. This question's kind of out of the blue, but he noticed you're wearing a PSG jersey. So do you have a favorite player among Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe?
Messi, he's the
You go
guy.
with Messi?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I am a Man United fan as well, but look, I've watched Messi a lot of times. I was lucky enough to go to Italy, Argentina back in June, which was a La Finalissima. And yeah, Messi was just unbelievable. Like, just yeah, you can't really put into words. Like, he just does little things on the pitch, like drops a shoulder,
Right.
twists, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, he nearly scored like such a great goal as well. Like, nicked the ball for Jorginho from the halfway line, just run through like two players, put it on his left foot, and then he's just like tried to smash it near post, and Donnarumma saved it. And you're just like, how? This guy's
Right.
like 35, and he's still
Mhm.
the goat. He's still the goat. So
Yeah.
yeah, Messi for
Yeah.
me. I love Ronaldo as well, obviously being a United fan, but I just
Mhm.
think what Messi does, I don't think we'll see again.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good segue going into FIFA 22. Some of the top players that you played with. Maybe you could give me I don't know if you can, but give me top five. Yeah, top five players you really enjoyed playing with
Oh,
in this past
so
FIFA.
I was very lucky to pack Team of the Year Mbappe as soon as he come out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say Team of the Year Mbappe. He was just literally. I'd probably say it's probably part of the rat squad. Like one of them cards where even his gold card was good up until a couple of months ago. He
Mm-hmm.
was just yeah. I think it's because he's the cover star. They just make him so rigged.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Team of the Year Mbappe was incredible.
Okay.
Um, Surprisingly, a lot of people don't like this card, and I don't know why. Team of the Year Jorginho. I thought that guy was just so good. Like he had like 98 passing, and just I don't think I ever gave the ball away with him. So it was just like whenever I needed to play that through ball, it was just there. And yeah, obviously I changed formation once I got to Team of the Year because obviously I packed like five of them. So yeah, him in a
Yeah.
4-4-2, and then to the top three. Trying to think who else I used that I really liked. Surprise! This is going to surprise people as well.
Okay.
Gelson Martins,
Which one?
honestly. Well, his foot fantasy was really good,
Mm-hmm.
and I also had his signature signing one in my team from I think
Yeah,
when did that promo? Was it like November? I had him in
I
from
think
November up
so.
until Team of the Year, and
Oh wow. Okay.
he's just so meta. That's the thing with
Uh-huh.
that card. He's just so meta. So I know the only problem with him was he only had the 3-star weak foot, but he was just like dribbling wise, agility wise. Yeah, that side of the foot, just so smooth in game as well. Like, just the only thing that let him down obviously was the quality. Uh, Top two. I'm trying to think the second best player I've used.
Mm-hmm.
Mid Pele.
Mid
That guy
Bailey.
was a
Okay.
beast.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another card that I packed at Team of the Year because obviously I saved so many packs. And then yeah, obviously icons have that edge anyway in game, don't they? Like even some TOTS cards are just not as good as icons. You think like they're just rigged in a way that they're just so good in game.
Mm-hmm.
And they sort of just last. And the last one would have to be Tots Ronaldo.
Tots
Got
Ronaldo.
him, got him in, got him in a player pick, and he's just
Yeah.
like, he's just not. You're not able to stop him. Like if he can, obviously he's got like 99 shot. So left or right foot goes in the back of the net, long shot taker, finesse shots, and then if you can't get a shot off with him, you can float a ball in the box, and 9 times out of 10 he wins the header.
Yeah.
So he's just like one of those cards that's just you can't stop him. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'd probably say that's my top 5 cards that I've used anyway in my team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, those are some great players that you mentioned, and I feel like I've tried all of them too, but different versions. I
Yeah.
tried the Fantasy Martins, which I liked. I tried Prime Pele for a little bit. Tried other people's accounts, and I had the shapeshifter Ronaldo, so he's
Wow.
definitely good at. Or
That's what
I didn't have him, but someone let me use their account.
yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
mean. It's just like you can't stop him because that
yeah.
aerial threat. He just like, and if you know football and you know FIFA, you know as soon as you see him pull off onto the fullback, you know to whip and across, and he's gonna score.
Hmm.
So yeah, he's just an absolute cheat code. Like one of my favorite cards I think I've ever used. I'm
For
just
sure.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's a
really.
great top five. Yeah, that's a great top five that
They're
you
all players
mentioned.
I've packed as well. Like
Hmm.
literally, I packed all of them players.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't know what I've done to EA to give me all them cards.
to do all the player reviews, huh?
Yeah,
With
well,
those
that's the
guys.
thing. By that point, by the time I got Mbappe like near the end of team of the year, so I wasn't
Okay.
complaining. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's a
was.
huge dub. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
I got
sure.
to like he was just so overpowering. Like most people still at that point had gold cards, so
Hmm.
I'm using a card that's got like 90 plus everything. It's
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like like like
Yeah.
older kids be little kids. That's what it felt like.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. UAV is asking if, since you being a United fan, if you know about the rumors of some of the players that they're trying to get.
Oh, don't even get me started. Like it's just stupid. Like I don't get. This is why United fans don't want the owners there because we don't know who's running the club. Um, obviously a new manager's come in. The back end of last season, the last manager said we're going to need about 10 players. Obviously, we lost Cavani, Pogba,
Hmm.
Mata. Um, there's a few others obviously that left as well. Obviously, Matic. So yeah, we needed new players. Obviously, yeah, them there were 5 sort of squad players. So we needed obviously another 5 on top of that, and we just never got them. Obviously, we've been trying to get De Jong now for like 3 months. Transfer window shuts in 2 weeks. Obviously, we lose to Brighton, and all of a sudden we put a bid in for Arnautovic, who
Hmm.
well, he's a good player, but if you want to progress your team, it's not going to happen. And then I see he's in talks with Rabiot, and I just thought, well, this guy can't even get into the Juve team. What? Why would we want this guy? So, and then you look
Hmm.
at his stats. I know stats are not everything, but his pass accuracy, his running in game was all worse than McTominay and Fred's. So
Yeah.
it's like we're going to sign a worse version of McTominay and Fred. So yeah, it's I don't know. Apparently, we want Pulisic on loan. Uh,
Hmm.
we're still trying to go after De Jong. Apparently, we're
Yeah.
trying to get Casemiro. I think would be a really good signing.
Hmm.
I don't know if he'd want to come from the Champions League winners to us, though. That's the only problem. But yeah, I don't know who's making these decisions, buying these players. The one thing you have to ask yourself is since Ferguson left in 2013, who have we signed that's actually been value for money? That's a
Hmm.
long time to not. I mean, obviously Bruno was a good signing, but other than that, you can't name any of them. There's just
Yeah.
been Memphis, Di Maria, Schneiderlin, Schweinsteiger. Well, I didn't mind Fellaini to be fair. Maguire,
Hmm.
Wan-Bissaka. Like we spent big money on these players, and not one of them's been good.
Yeah. Okay.
Spent 1.2 billion pounds we spent since 2013, and
Yeah.
one successful signing. It's crazy, man. So
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I've kind of kept on like kind of what was going on with Man U recently, but obviously we could go on and on about it.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
I've just put it in a nutshell there. Like I said,
sure.
1.2 billion, and we haven't signed. We signed one good player from that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
how can you get so many players wrong?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
sad.
sure we could have like an entire podcast talking about it. But actually I want to ask you a couple questions before I let you go because
Go
I
for it.
know you gotta head out soon. And this is
Yeah,
a
got football
very
training soon.
yeah, I know this is a very brief podcast, unfortunately. But I guess the one question is just what are you looking forward to in FIFA 23 and also the World Cup?
Oh yes. So FIFA 23. I think we're all just hoping for gameplay. Like everything's been building up nicely. You think they've added in so many new icons and icon heroes. Obviously, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that part. There's going to be so many new players, which we're all going to be excited with. That I can't wait to use. I always like FIFA at the start. You've got that grind. You're
Hmm.
playing rivals. You're yeah, just that thrill at the start of trying to build a team and even when you get like 83s, 84s, it's a thrill. So
Yeah.
I always like the start of FIFA. I always like the start of FIFA. So, but for me, I'm hoping the gameplay is going to be better. Obviously, we won't know until the full game's out. Yeah, I'm not too sure on the chemistry thing. Like, it seems a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it with this 2-star, 3-star thing.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it is better, but I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
going to put any downers on FIFA 23 yet. We haven't got it. So yeah, like I said, new players that I'm excited for, and hopefully the gameplay, and of
Sure.
course the World Cup. That's like every boy's dream in it is watching the World Cup, that and the
Yeah.
Champions League. So I'm excited. It's a bit weird that it's in November, obviously, because in the UK it's going to be freezing cold,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously, obviously, like they'll come November, December. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see sort of what happens. I think obviously favourites are probably going to be like Argentina, Brazil, France. I feel like England have got a decent chance as well.
Yeah.
You know, obviously no Italy. So you got Portugal as well. So yeah,
You rooting for England? Is that the only team you're rooting for?
Argentina as well. Obviously, I love
Argentina.
Messi.
You want Messi to get that World Cup?
I would love him to get that World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that would just. I mean, he's already the GOAT anyway, but I feel like that would
Yeah.
just. There would be no questions asked.
For sure.
But yeah, Argentina, they've got a good team. They're a little bit defensively, they're a little bit like shaky. I don't know. They haven't really got that world class defender,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And they're obviously, you know what South American football's like. They're all very aggressive and very, you know, to the point where they make rash decisions.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to predict a winner because France have got such a good team as well. But then we see how bad they were in the Euros. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be exciting.
It will.
I think
It'd
it'd be exciting, you know. You know, it's a different. I just want to. Not sure. Obviously, I need to look at the times of the games. That's always the only annoying part. Really, I might be working for a few of them, sadly.
For sure. Yeah.
Because I remember the Brazil one. I think it was like in England there was like a 5 o'clock, a 9 o'clock, and then 11 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at the time I was still young, so it didn't really matter to me. It was nice, you know. You go to bed and you could just put a football game on. You know, there's live football, which you don't normally get. So it'd be interesting to see what the times of the games are. That's the only thing I think might not be as good as other World Cups.
Yeah, for sure. No, definitely looking forward to that. Always something in anticipation every 4 years that we look forward to. Real quick before I let you go, what are some things that what are some goals that you have and some things you're looking forward to in terms of making content?
So like I said, now that I've started my own content, I feel like it's good. I'm currently working on a video at the moment, building a successful United team, which I'm hoping to just sort of like get out within the next week or so. So yeah, just sort of like different ideas and things like that. That's what I'm going to start doing. Obviously, I just feel like with FIFA content, like it's always good, but people only watch it for FIFA. If that makes sense. Like I want people to start watching it for me, and then obviously you'll be able to keep an audience as well because you'll know that people are watching it for you. But like, yeah, not like in that sort of way. It's just, you know, I want to build, and I find sometimes it's hard to build on FIFA when there's already so many great content creators as well.
Sure.
You know, you think like Castro and Bateson do the sort of like pack openings and sort of things like that. Obviously, player reviews already have like Audio and Inception, and probably loads of others that I probably haven't even mentioned that are just so good at the game.
Yeah.
I think it would change a little bit for myself if I was to probably get an FGS, because people would be like, oh, well, this guy is actually good at the game. So it's a bit different, you know. Obviously, I think Audio and Inception both used to compete as well. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's why a lot of people will go to their reviews as well.
Sure.
So yeah, that's like I said, I'm hoping to just keep growing and see what happens, really.
Yeah, for sure, man. I hope you also continue to grow, and hopefully you could make the qualifiers and go pretty far in the competitive scene. I know this was very brief and a little bit rushed, but I'm still glad we got a chance to catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see how.
But obviously, apologies on my behalf. I hate London.
It's all good, man. No worries, man. At least we got it in. So, where can people find you to check out your content?
So I'm on YouTube. Like I said, I haven't really uploaded recently, but yeah, I'm going to start a second channel as well, where it will be just player reviews, just FIFA 23 content in terms of, you know, and then obviously I have a channel for my own content. I'm on Twitter. I'm on TikTok. I do go live on stream on Twitch, but it's only like a couple of nights a week. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm slowly but surely progressing.
And this is all under Mullarkz.
Yeah, literally all under
Okay.
Mullarkz. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I'll leave the links in the description below so you guys could check him out. But yeah, thank you so much for coming through. And for those in the chat, really appreciate you tuning in.